You're watching Tim's Take Live, and I'm your host, Tim Black. All right, I got a story for you out of Georgia. It's of a domestic violence shooting on steroids. A friend of mine on Twitter sent it to me by the name of Be Nice. Ed Be Nice said Big Boo 17. Here's the clip.
I hear gunshots and I hear kids screaming.
The screams of children, the ringing of gunfire. This morning we will learn about a Douglasville shooting that left almost an entire family dead. Blaine Alexander, live at Children's Healthcare in Eggleston, where two of the children this morning fighting for their lives as we wait to learn more about what led this father to kill his own children. Blaine.
And Vinny, those two young survivors that you mentioned, a 15-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy, again, they are recovering. They are being treated here at Children's Hospital at Eggleston. We know this morning that they are in critical but stable condition. Now, unfortunately, in that Saturday afternoon gunfire, there were 5 victims, 4 shooting victims, along with the shooter who all died that afternoon. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office is identifying that shooter as a 33-year-old Cedric Prather. They say that he came to the home on Willow Tree Circle. That's where his estranged wife, 33-year-old Latoya Andrews, lived with their children and her boyfriend. Prather opened fire on everyone in that home, including his own children. In the end, Latoya Andrews and her boyfriend, Joseph Brown, were both killed, along with 2 of those children, London, who's 7 years old, and 9-year-old Jerimiah. Prather eventually took his own life, and now neighbors in the area, they told us that they're coming together to start a GoFundMe account for the 2 youngest survivors who lived through this ordeal.
They rode the bus with our kids, they played in the streets with our kids, so how could you not do something? And we figured this was probably the best thing for us to do, so we figured we'd raise enough money to cover any burial expenses and for a cushion for when the babies come home, because there are two survivors fighting for their lives, and they're going to need something when they come home.
And again, those 2 young survivors, ages 15 and 8, right here in stable but critical condition at Children's Hospital at Eggleston. We're hoping to learn more about them along with everyone else involved in this horrible ordeal. There's going to be a news conference at 10 a.m. at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. We're, of course, going to be there and bring you the very latest information as we receive it. Benny, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Blaine. Appreciate it.
So you gotta kill the kids too, huh? That's what we're doing now. We're killing kids now because we can't come to an agreement over money with the ex. That's what we're doing. You know, there's so much mess involved in this story, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I look at Cedric Prather and I say, you know what? This guy's a cowardly lion. This guy killed his kids. This guy snapped. He lost it. Over money. They were already divorced, so it wasn't jealousy. He just lost his mind for a moment. He lost his mind, killed everybody. Not only did he, but you know what? It wasn't just a regular lose your mind, because this brother, he parked up the block. He parked up the block and walked to the house. He called his friend on the cell phone and said, I'm fit to go in here and shoot everybody. His friend tried to talk him out of it. He said, bump that, homie. I'm going in here and I'm killing everybody. Bam. Well, it was a cell phone, so it was, you know. And while he was shooting everybody and killing everybody, he took time to reload. He emptied the clip and reloaded. Yeah. So this wasn't just a regular snap. That's why I call him the snapping turtle plus the cowardly lion. And then we got Miss Andrews. And I know, I feel sorry that she, you know, it's horrific. She got killed. I mean, I feel sorry for her. She was a mother. She got killed by her ex. But I got to ask you this. I can't ask anything, but I got to say this. Miss Andrews, when did you realize this man was a little off? I mean, when did you come to that realization? Before or after you got a new man in your life before you were divorced and had his child? Before or after you took him up for child support for 4 or 5 kids? Before or after he raised your 15-year-old like it was his? I mean, when did you decide you no longer wanted to be with his ass? I mean, come on, we gotta have some premonition. They're always saying women got premonition. I mean, come on. This man was probably getting $2,500, $2,800 on his check every 2 weeks, and then it turned to $1,200. That can tend to make someone act out of character. Cops say they were arguing over money before this happened. This was just like the explosion, but the fuse was lit weeks before this. I'm not saying she should got shot. I'm not saying it. I'm saying we got to be smarter. All right? My understanding is there was some domestic violence while they were together. All right. My last guy, what's the last guy? Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown, Mr. Joseph Brown. Now, Mr. Joseph Brown, he played cleanup man. You know, custodian. He came into a situation, he saw a single mom. He said, you know, because single moms can be very appreciative. They can also be full of drama. Now, Mr. Brown had a child with this woman, Jada. Jada is surviving. I hope that Jada pulls through. Her and Demisha. Mr. Brown sitting on the couch, I don't know, in a house that was paid for by the husband and the wife. On the couch that was paid, I don't know. Watching the TV there, I don't know. In the driveway, the car's parked, I don't know. I don't know what the husband paid for, Mr. Prather paid for. But when he came in that house, he shot Mr. Brown for a reason. It's all messy. You understand what I'm saying? It's all messy. It's all avoidable. It's all pointless. I'm about to call him the custodian, though. Came with that dustpan. If you're dealing with a woman who has an ex and they're arguing and fighting and fussing and there's crap going on, drama, people cussing each other out, people showing up in the middle of the night or whatever's going on, sometimes it's better just to walk away. You can take the L. Walk away. Live to find someone else another day. Too many brothers feel like they got to hang in there. And the situation is not their situation. But I'm in love. No, but you stupid. But you can get shot, though. What about that? What about that? My condolences to the family, all the surviving members. I'm going to link you in the description where you can go support the GoFundMe for these children who are left without parents over a situation that's totally avoidable. We need to change the laws that give parents undue amounts of money that cripple the other parent where they can have this feeling of desperation. We also need to do a little bit better with restraining orders. I mean, we have a whole system that's screwed up. Let's just admit it. For all sides, we can't protect people who are in danger. And then we punish our custodian system is so, gosh, you could be left with nothing. All because somebody decided they like somebody else. And now you have nothing. Your life feels like it is over. And after a couple drinks, a couple clips, it is. We got to do better. Woo! Tough story to do, my God. He shot the kids.